Welcome to today's episode of Flight of Freedom. I wanted to talk about limiting beliefs today because I've just had the most beautiful weekend at a self-love retreat. And part of what we discussed was limiting beliefs and how they can hold us back. And I got to thinking that I used to live my life by all these beliefs that just held me back. And through my journey and my healing, I think I've managed to let them all go. And I now know that I don't have to live by any form of limitation because there are no limits. I can choose what I want to think, choose what I want to do, which is just the most beautiful, beautiful thing. And I just thought it might be really helpful to talk about limiting beliefs today. So, first of all, what are limiting beliefs? They are deeply held convictions or assumptions that constrain your thinking, actions, and potential. They create self-imposed limitations that can hinder your personal growth, success, and happiness. Limiting beliefs often revolve around negative perceptions of yourself, others, or the world, and they can manifest in so many areas of life, like relationships, career, money, health, personal development. Some examples of limiting beliefs include: I'm not smart enough or talented enough, believing that you lack intelligence or natural abilities, which holds you back in your pursuit of new skills or opportunities. I'll never be successful. Holding a belief that success is unattainable for you leads to self-sabotage or a lack of ambition. A big one that I used to have was that I don't deserve love or happiness. And feeling unworthy or love or happy and feeling unworthy of love or happiness can impact on your relationships and on your personal well-being. I always fail. Expecting failure or assuming that past failures define future outcomes prevents you from taking risks and trying new things. I'm too old or too young. Believing that age limits your abilities or opportunities, leading to self-imposed restrictions on personal growth or any kind of advancement. I used to believe I was far too old to recover, that I'd been in the eating disorder for too long. And that limited me for so long until I finally let that go. And I realized that I'm not too old to recover. And I did. And the rest of that is history. Money is the root of all evil. So many of us have been told this, or that's how the other half live, or oh, that sort of thing doesn't happen to people like me. I'm never going to earn enough money. And associating money with negativity or believing that it's inherently bad limits your financial abundance and opportunities. Another one that was so me is that I have to please everybody, and feeling the need to constantly seek approval or meet others' expectations leads you to neglect your own needs and desires. Change is too difficult. Believing that for you to change is impossible or just too challenging stops you developing completely and prevents you from having new experiences. Just allowing yourself to be uncomfortable and knowing that that's just a feeling and a feeling can't hurt you. That's all you need to do to change, just to allow yourself to be uncomfortable. Some common limiting beliefs that people with eating disorders may experience include: I'm not worthy unless I'm thin. Believing that your worth and value as a person are solely determined by your body size or weight. I must have complete control over my food and body because the rest of my life doesn't feel in control. And feeling the need to exert strict control patterns over eating habits or body shape leads to disordered eating. I'm defined by my appearance. Associating your identity and worth primarily with your physical appearance leads to a distorted sense of self and a very low self-esteem. I am not lovable or attractive unless I'm thin. Believing that being thin is necessary to be loved or accepted by others, leads to a constant pursuit of weight loss. I am not good enough. I thought this so much. I used to believe that I was just fundamentally wrong in some way, and holding a belief that you're inadequate or flawed can drive perfectionistic tendencies and the desire for an ideal body. I am not deserving of nourishment, and feeling undeserving of proper nutrition or self-care leads to restrictive eating habits and disregard for your own physical and mental health. I will never be satisfied with my body. Believing that it is impossible to achieve body satisfaction or that one's body will never be good enough leads to a constant striving for an unattainable ideal. My value as a person is determined by my weight. Associating personal value and self-worth solely with body weight or shape leads to a negative body image and self-destructive behaviours. It's important to notice that these beliefs are not universal to all people with an eating disorder and vary depending on the person's specific experience and circumstances. Addressing and challenging limiting beliefs is an essential part of the recovery process for people struggling with an eating disorder. So, where do our limiting beliefs come from? I mean, how do we get them? We're not born with them, are we? As babies, we're born just as pure love, and we love ourselves and we love our bodies and we know our worth because we are all born fully worthy. So they can come from various different sources and can be formed at different stages of life. Here are some common origins of limiting beliefs. Number one, and it is the number one, the big one, is childhood experiences. Many of our limiting beliefs originate from our childhood experiences, such as negative feedback from parents, teachers, or friends, critical or discouraging remarks, and shape beliefs about our abilities, worthiness, or potential. There's also cultural and societal influences. Societal and cultural norms, expectations, and stereotypes contribute to the formation of limiting beliefs. We get messaging from the media, societal standards, cultural traditions, which creates beliefs about what is possible or indeed acceptable. There's also traumatic events. Experiences like failures, rejections, or significant setbacks can lead to the development of limiting beliefs. These events can create fear, shame, or self-doubt, which then shape beliefs about what we can or cannot achieve. Comparison and social comparison. Comparing yourself to others and then feeling inadequate or inferior can contribute to limiting beliefs. When you're constantly measuring yourself against others, whether it be their appearance or their achievements or what they've got or what they own, it can create beliefs about just not being good enough and you feel like you're falling short. Past failures or disappointments. Previous failures or disappointments can create beliefs that you are not capable or deserving of success. These experiences can create a fear of failure or a belief that success is not possible for you. Excuse me, I need a drink. Tripping over my words today. There's reinforcement from others, external validation. Limiting beliefs can be reinforced by people in your life who hold similar beliefs. Ah, I knew that the dogs would talk at some point during this. Constantly being surrounded by negativity or people who doubt your abilities can reinforce and solidify these limiting beliefs. It's important to recognize that while these beliefs may have originated from external sources, we ultimately maintain them in our own thoughts and interpretations. But when we look at look at and understand the origins of our limiting beliefs, we can begin to challenge and overcome them. They have a significant impact on our lives and hold us back from reaching our full potential. Those thoughts or beliefs we hold about ourselves, others, or the world around us create self-imposed limitations. There's so many ways they can hinder our process through self-doubt. They often lead to self-doubt and a lack of confidence in our abilities. We might not take risks or try new things because we believe that we will fail and that we're not capable. And when we're afraid of failing, we believe that we're not good enough and that we can inevitably fail, and it prevents us from pursuing our goals and dreams. We may avoid taking on new challenges or opportunities, limiting our growth and success. And failure isn't really failure anyway. It's just learning something that didn't go right. It's just a lesson to then look at a different way of doing things. Negative self-talk, which is something that I think I was incredibly good at. And the way we talk to ourselves can manifest very, very negatively, and we're constantly criticizing ourselves and focusing on our weaknesses rather than our strengths. This negative mindset erodes our self-esteem and prevents us from embracing new possibilities. When we have limiting beliefs, we tend to have a narrow and rigid perspective on life, and we may stay within our comfort zones and avoid unfamiliar situations or dismiss different viewpoints. This limits our ability to learn and grow and keeps us stuck in the same patterns, which prevents us from embracing change. We resist trying new things or exploring different paths, which stops and hinders our personal and professional development. Overcoming limiting beliefs is a key to unlocking our full potential and allowing us to grow. When we challenge these beliefs, reframe our mindset, we can cultivate a positive and growth-orientated attitude. We can break free from our own self-imposed limitations and open ourselves up to endless possibilities. You have the power to shape your own beliefs and create a life filled with growth and happiness and success. Overcoming limiting beliefs requires a combination of self-awareness, mindset shifts, and intentional action. Start by identifying the limiting beliefs. Become aware of things that are holding you back. And pay attention to the way you talk to yourself and notice any negative or self-critical thoughts. Write them down and just acknowledge their presence. Have a look at where they've come from. See if you can see when you first had these beliefs and who gave them to you. Where did you get them from? Are they always right? Have they ever been wrong? Challenge the beliefs, question their validity. Ask yourself if there's any evidence to support them or if they're just assumptions. Look for other examples and different perspectives that challenge these beliefs. Reframe your mindset. Replace the limiting beliefs with empowering and positive ones. Focus on your strengths, achievements, and previous successes. Create affirmations and put them all around your house and repeat positive statements that counteract the negative beliefs. For example, if you believe that you're not good enough, replace it with, I am capable and deserving of success. Find support. Share your limiting beliefs with supportive friends, family, or a mentor. Discussing your beliefs with others can provide fresh insights, encouragement, and very importantly, different perspectives. Other people will see you in a completely different way from how you see yourself. This can help you challenge and reframe your beliefs in a really constructive way. Break it down into small steps. Take small actions that challenge your limiting beliefs. Breaking your goals into smaller, more achievable steps and celebrating each milestone along the way where gradually proving to yourself that you are capable will help you build confidence and weaken those limiting beliefs. Embrace growth and learning. Cultivate a growth mindset, which is the belief that you can learn and improve with effort, embracing challenges as opportunities for growth rather than fearing failure. View setbacks as learning experiences and focus on continuous progress. Know that you can't be perfect because human beings are not perfect. Nobody is. And we all make mistakes. And we all have bad days and good days. And we all have things that go wrong and things that go right. But allowing ourselves to believe that that's just part of the flow of life, like waves, you go up, you go down, but there's always going to be another wave to lift you back up again. And surround yourself with positivity. Find positive influences, whether it's through books, podcasts, inspiring people, or supportive communities. Fill your environment with uplifting messages and stories of people who have overcome their own limiting beliefs. It's a journey that requires patience and persistence. Be kind to yourself along the way and celebrate every small victory. Our brains love reward, like kids with a sticker chart. And when we reward ourselves for doing well or for making effort, then our brains will start to look to repeat that behavior because we've rewarded it. So with time and consistent effort, you can break free from these beliefs and create a more fulfilling and rewarding life. Thank you so much for listening, and I'll see you next week.